I come from one of the parts of Ghana where a lot of children migrate out to go and work in areas, in the cities, in the cocoa area, in fishing and other areas of child labor practices. Poverty is the basic underlying cause of child labor, particularly in Ghana and in the developing countries. And we see that as the trends of poverty increases, then the use of child labor also increases. There are other factors, for example, scarcity of resources by countries like Ghana also contribute to child labor when there are no educational facilities and training opportunities for children. As they grow at a certain stage, they have no alternative but to try and earn a living, and so it becomes a norm. The trend is for people to move to the urban areas to look for opportunities. And as they move down there, the only means of survival would be to work for others and to earn money. And as the population moves, then the rural areas become even more deprived and further drives, further increases poverty and leads to acceleration of child labor. Certification seeks to identify and document the size and the dimensions of the problems of child labor involvement in cocoa production and processing. The role of ICVB is to ensure that the certification processes which are being carried out by the two countries are carried out that are appropriate, valid, and actually suitable to achieve the end results that are intended. What I found very unique and interesting about the approach of that involved the ICB as one of the organs is that this is the first process of its kind that will lead to a real measurable outcome on the well-being and the welfare of children who are involved in child labor, particularly in cocoa. Working with the local organizations and the foreign firms actually gave us the full range of things that we needed. We needed the international standing of some of the firms to ensure that the results of their work would be of international standard, and the use of local organizations and the work with local organizations was an essential part of the efforts to ensure that the outcome would reflect the reality. There's a lot of expenses involved, there's a lot of interest involved, there are a lot of skeptics that are involved, and so whatever angle we could apply to ensure that everyone's question is answered would be applied. The internal peer review is one of the ways by which we try to ensure that the two firms, the two international firms and the two local firms would apply, counter assessment of the work of one another. The target beneficiaries in this certification and verification process is not the farmer, but children and forced adult laborers. And any interventions targeting and benefiting farmers is all aimed at eventually benefiting the children. The best of all possible worlds for the whole process would be that children would not be involved in production and processing of cocoa beans, and that those who were already involved would have been provided services so as to ameliorate the effect on their overall future well-being.